What's up, guys? Raptor7717 here, and it's the 28th of October, 2012, and there's nothing to talk about today. There won't be anything to talk about till Halloween. I'm in a different part of my house right now, but yesterday, one of the coolest things ever happened to me, or I got one of the coolest things ever, rather, and I want to show that to you. It's going to be kind of boring. Hopefully I'm going to cut it up and make it short. Hopefully it's going to be as short as possible, but it's really cool for me. I'm going to start off with the least cool part of it, but it'll get cooler, hopefully. If you like old games, if you don't like old games, then you can probably either skip this entire vlog or just skip to the end bit where there's probably going to be less about games. So, first, I have a box of these things. Box of Atari, or a stack. I have a stack of these things. A stack of Atari 5200 games, and if you've seen my console collection video, old video, you know I have an Atari 5200, which most people don't have an Atari 5200. It's completely broken because, well, the controllers are broken because it's an Atari 5200. But it's got some games, and that came in the box, so here's some games for that. Got Q*bert. Everything's in the box. So you see Q*bert with a that's the thingy. Yeah, Q*bert instruction manual and the cartridge, Q*bert cartridge, which everything Parker Brothers did. Parker Brothers used to make video games for some reason before they became like Hasbro Interactive or something. Yeah, but Parker Brothers always did weird cartridges for Atari things. Here's a Pengo. I've never actually played Pengo, but it looks interesting. But yeah, it's in the box. It's got the manual. This one actually shut. But yeah. There's the Pengo cartridge sticking out of it right there. And this one actually is not damaged enough that it can slot shut like a cereal box. So, yeah. Next one. This one does not slot shut. Actually, it could. Oh, it does. It slots shut. But Space Invaders. So apparently that's what the invaders in Space Invaders look like or something. Space Invaders is in the box. I believe this one is one of the two that has the little overlays. You take these out of the back here. This little thing, you would pull this bit out, and you would slide it into the number pad in the Atari 5200, and it looks like it looks terrible. But yeah, so that's Space Invaders in the box, which is nice. This one's completely beat up, but this is Pac-Man. I don't know what this means. I don't know what that means, but Pac-Man in the box. This is the Pac-Man that it actually looks almost like arcade Pac-Man. It looks almost like Pac-Man. I think, yeah, it also had the things that if you can see the controllers, that pictures down there, there's like a little number pad on the bottom. We'd slide over that. This one has that same overlay type stuff. It actually continues with the overlay through the beat up. Apparently this is supposed to be sold with the Atari 5200. That was still in the phase where Atari thought Pac-Man would sell all the consoles in the world. Here is Joust in the box. There's Joust. The cartridge. All these have the instruction manuals, by the way. They all have the manuals. Some have the little magazines that. Oh, that fell out. Some have the little like magazine type things that are like advertisements, basically. Here's a Dig Dug, which fell out of its box. Back in the box. It goes back in that way. Okay. This Dig Dug box is a bit beat up, but yeah, the Dig Dug. Who doesn't like Dig Dug, right? Everyone likes Dig Dug. And here's the, actually, here's a copy of the game that I have the Atari 2600 for, the version of. And my computer just went dark, sorry. I have the Atari 2600 version of this, and it is the only Atari 2600 game I have in the box. So I now have the box copy of the Atari 26 and 5200 versions of Jungle Hunt. I actually got the Jungle Hunt and the Atari 2600 in the Saran wrap and opened it because I like playing games, not sitting Saran wrap boxes on my shelf. But however, I do like the boxes. The boxes are awesome. So that's 7 games right there, 7 Atari 5200 games in the box. I got paid $20 for this, $3 a game. I got another NES. This is my third NES. Now, my other two are basically broken though, so it's all right. I'm not hoarding NESs or anything. They both kind of work, but it's really hard to get them to work. You gotta like do the. One doesn't even like to take cartridges out. I have to use a pair of pliers to pull the cartridges out, and the other one you have to like do the up and down and jiggle it around a lot. That sounded wrong. But you got to do that. Like if you have an NES, you know the drill for getting games to work. Like, this is another one. It works almost flawlessly. It works perfectly with all the games that it came with. It doesn't really work with some of my other games that I happen to have before. But yeah, it's just an NES with controllers. It's got the zapper, which means I have 2 or 3 gray zappers now. I think I have 2, which is good. 2 zappers is nice. But I really should have positioned this stuff better. But I got this thing, the NES Advantage. It's got a joystick and some buttons, and it's got turbo knobs. You select players, select start, slow motion button, which doesn't really work too well. Yeah. So I mentioned it came with some games. It did. It came with a lot of games. 14 of them, in fact. But that's not the coolest thing. That's not the cool reason. The reason is they're cool games, and as you can see here with 1943, 43, not 42, they all came with their instruction manuals for most of them. I think there's one without an instruction manual. But all these games, with the exception of the one I'm going to note, or maybe 2, or however many, I think it's only 1, have the instruction manuals with them. So yeah, I'll go through and show you the games. Tetris. The game everyone had on this game on their Game Boy. Caesar's Palace. That's kind of that's not very exciting. Caesar's Palace. Spy vs. Spy, which unfortunately did not come with its instruction manual. It's the one that didn't come with it, or one of the ones, which sucks. And actually, even it doesn't say Spy vs. Spy. It says Mad on the cartridge, on the end label for some reason. Operation Wolf, which does come with its instruction manual. Not a big fan of it, but it's good. Top Gun, the second mission, fortunately, which is a little bit better. It's a little bit better than Top Gun, which I already have a copy of, so I'm glad I didn't have 2 copies of Top Gun. This is another one that doesn't have its instruction manual, unfortunately. Track and Field 2, which does have its instruction manual, and you get to shoot gymnasts in the head. Yeah. This one's awesome. This is Legendary Wings, which is amazing. I love Legendary Wings. It's cool. It came with an instruction manual as well. Here is Gunsmoke, which there was that one Mad Hatter song about, that came with its instruction manual. And here is something lame. Jack Nicklaus. Golf. Worst idea for a video game in video game history. Here's one that doesn't actually have a sleeve, unfortunately. Tetris 2. I might want to put these in a, I don't know, Top Gun's case, because it does also have its instruction manual, although it looks like it got rained on. Ooh, this one's nice. Life Force. A little bit of water damage. But it does have its instruction manual as well, so I've got Life Force. That's awesome. I have to play that, even though I'm terrible at it. And a second copy for me, of Super Mario Bros. 3. This one actually works. My other copy of Super Mario Bros. 3 is really finicky and is kind of broken, and it only works some of the time. So this one works. It also comes with its instruction manual as well. It also came with its instruction manual. And finally, the copy that you get with every single video, or every single NES ever. Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. Almost everyone. You get Super Mario Bros. With it. And here is the manual for that, and the manual for your Nintendo, I think, as well. So yeah, there's also the manual for the NES in there. There's manuals and stuff. There's like a thing that shows like re-releases of games and stuff. It's awesome. This is a really awesome find. I think that's my fifth copy of fifth copy of Super Mario Brothers. I think third copy of Duck Hunt. Second copy, Super Mario. 3. Super Mario Brothers 3. And my did I say Bubble Bobble? Because I'm positive Bubble Bobble was in there. Do I only have one copy of Bubble Bobble? I guess I only have one copy of Bubble Bobble. I thought I had more. Are there 14 games here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14? Okay. Yeah, I only have one copy of Bubble Bobble. That was stupid of me. Anyway, that was... I got all that yesterday. Yesterday was awesome. It was fun. Now I gotta do work today. But, yeah. Later. Okay, I am about to embark on one of the worst things in the world. I'm going to take those containers of filth, put them in that new clean toilet, and then put them in that dousing water, so that the containers shall be clean. I will not be recording this unless I see something that is truly amazing. But it's going to be evil. Surprisingly, food is not the first thing that came to my mind when I was dunking that shit. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I am gonna die. I don't want to live anymore. I don't even know what that is. Oh my god. One more. And this one, I don't even know how that works. It's like an island. Can you see it? It's like an island of mold floating on top of a sea of... Oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's the last one. Last one. Hey, what's up, guys? Stretchy777 here. It's the 2nd of November, or the 3rd, I can't really tell. Because you never really know the time, fortunately. Not much has happened since the last thing, which I believe is on like October the 27th. Or something like that. Might have been on October the 29th that I did my last video. Or the last part of this video, because it's going to be the same video. I've given up on regular vlogs. I guess I'm just going to have to do big vlogs now. I haven't really given up on them, but that seems to be the way the world's working. Anyway, nothing happened. I didn't do anything for Halloween, unfortunately. So yeah, that's it. Later.